everyone, and welcome to another high-elo game of Age of Empires. Today, we've got a battle of the supercalifragilisticexpialidocious castles, as Vivi, playing as the Persians in red, gets ready to take on Hera, playing as the Teutons in blue. Now, while the players herd their herdables, explore their immediate surroundings, and try to get their butts up to Feudal Age ASAP, not a bad time for us to take a look at the Civ matchup that we are going to be watching today. The Persians, an economic powerhouse with a tech tree both incredibly strong and incredibly diverse. In addition to having access to every single economic upgrade available in the game, they start every single game with 50 extra food, 50 extra wood. Their town centers work progressively faster right from the very beginning, currently working at 5% faster than normal, and if we're lucky enough to see Imperial, all the way up to 20% faster than normal. And their settlements, their Civ, can be a pain in the butt to raid because their town centers do come with twice the normal amount of HP. Look at this, 4,800 compared to the usual 2,400. And their castles can be upgraded to not only take less bonus damage, but to also fire more powerful bullets. Now, these bullets do come with an attack bonus against both rams and infantry. Now, using their economic advantages, the Persians do focus heavily on cavalry. Their Nightline units come with an attack bonus against archers, and using every single upgrade from both the stable and the blacksmith, the Persians can field not one, but two unique cavalry units. The first needs no introduction. The War Elephant comes with a powerful attack, a huge amount of hit points, and does trample damage, but is still both super expensive and still on the whole kind of slow. Vivi having a bit of trouble here deciding which of these gazelles to push forward. Finally settles on this one right as he starts pulling a rhino. Now, the second unique unit that they've got is the Savar, a heavy cavalry unit that replaces the Persian paladin and comes with a decent additional as I sometimes do, combining my words. I was going to say decent additional attack bonus against archers, +2 again. Now, to support their cavalry, Persian archers and crossbowmen can be turned into trash units that only cost 60 wood. Or if you prefer to be a little bit more mobile with your archers, the Persians, they get Parthian tactics an age earlier in the Castle Age. Not too sure why they needed that buff being so powerful, but it makes sense. And it does give them a cool feature to push, and basically stay safe with that extra armor and extra bonus damage against spearman line units. Now, who might want to kill these cavalry archers with their early Parthian tactics? We've got Hera playing as the Teutons, Dangada Ras Bass Rootin brawler civilization designed to take a beating and still stay standing. All Teuton barracks and stable units get free extra melee armor in Castle Age, and then even more in Imperial. Their siege units can be upgraded to get a +4 melee armor boost, and their towers have extra space for units to garrison inside and therefore fire more arrows. By the way, same goes for their TCs. Take a look at this, 0 out of 25 compared to the usual 0 out of 15. Now, the Teutons also get murder holes and herbal medicine upgrades free of charge, so units can heal super fast in castles while they're protected against melee units. Now, the very same Teutonic castles can actually be upgraded to get extra range and actually fire arrows when garrisoned by infantry, which in this game is a pretty darn big deal since it's usually only villagers or archer units that add extra arrows to a castle. Now, on the field of battle, all Teutonic units have a higher resistance to conversion, and if they're hurt, they can be healed by monks from twice the distance, which is fantastic news for their unique unit, the Teutonic Knight. This is a super slow but incredibly powerful, heavily armored infantry unit. Yeah, basically, if I'm not mistaken, probably the strongest infantry unit one-on-one in the entire game. Now, to train your army, get as many Teutonic Knights and Teuton Knights, I've made that mistake before, as possible. Well, Teuton farms, once they get plopped down, do come at a 40% discount. So you can put down a lot more of them, feed a lot more army, and go crush your enemy on the other side of the map. So a few cool similarities between these civilizations. At least on paper, you've got town centers that can garrison more. You've got town centers that work progressively faster. Like I said, you got the supercalifragilisticexpialidocious castles that fire bullets versus castles that freaking outrange bombard cannons, which is bonkers, or bombard cannons with siege engineers at least have the same range, which means they're not safe if they ever attack a Teuton castle with crenellations. And then at the end of the day, you've got a ridiculously slow and powerful cavalry unique unit versus a ridiculously slow and powerful infantry unique unit. Let's see, Teutonic Knights take on War Elephants. Might be one of the only infantry units that can one-on-one. Probably not, but the ratio of them that you need to take down a war elephant probably smaller than most other units. For now, Vivi has explored the map, has seen where Hera is located. Hera, for his part, just going straight across. And this time we're actually on a pretty equal spawn. One player at the 3 o'clock position, one player at the kind of 9 o'clock, let's say 9:30 position, if you want to be real OCD about it. Both of them pretty much in a corner, which means they've got nice rooms in the back. Or pardon me, a lot of nice room in the back to expand into. And let's take a look at the actual bases. Primary gold, where, oh, where are you for our Persian? Right here off to the north. Hera's going to see it immediately. Primary stone to the back, secure. 3 big luscious forests in addition to all this extra wood for any kind of construction projects that our Persian might want to build. Unfortunately, extra gold, extra stone, all in the forward position, which is completely open. So forests, not very helpful here for our Persian at all. That being said, does he even care? Because he is moving across the map and he is already beginning the assault on these Teutonic, Germanic constructing villagers. Looks like Hera wanted to put down a palisade. I'm trying to click on it. Somehow he managed to click on it. I did not, but he might be at risk here of losing a few units. No, it is in fact Vivi who gets the first kill. I thought the villagers were going to swarm that Persian army. So Vivi putting pressure on that forward gold already, getting a villager kill already, setting Hera back. Now he's down 2 vills, but not long is the 1-0 kill lead as Hera evens it up. To be fair, a villager for a spearman, not the greatest trade. It looks like our Teuton, by the way, creating a nice little gummy bear shaped, or pardon me, jelly bean shaped. Why did I say gummy bear? Jelly bean shaped base for himself. Primary stone exposed outside, left in the rain to the rear. We've seen where the primary gold is. Where, oh, where is the additional resources to the south? Not bad locations, not exactly on the attack path. And then another gold. So nothing really in the forward position except this primary gold, which has already kind of proven itself to be a bit of a weak spot, having lost a villager there. Hera is now down 3 villagers. I mean, it compounds when you're playing against the Persians, because remember, right now, their town centers don't work 5% faster. Now they work 10% faster in the feudal, then 15, and then 20. So every time you lose a villager, every time you have 1 second of TC idle time to your opponent's 0, then you are just, it compounds like interest on an investment, just gets bigger and bigger and bigger. And in this case, luckily for Hera, at least Vivi has racked up 9 whole seconds. Now that's not enough to be 1 villager's worth of idle time. For any other civilization, it would be 25 seconds, but for the Persians, I guess it would be, what, originally 23.75 or something like that, and then more and more and more. I leave it to Spirit of the Law to to give you the exact numbers. The point is, you don't need 25 seconds of TC idle time to equal 1 villager for the Persian because of those quicker working TCs. And speaking of, our Persian, unrelenting synchronized attack. Ooh, there was a synchronized attack for a second. Is this gate up? Is this gate actually up? Did Vivi manage to sneak in a unit when that gate went up for about a brief millisecond? Uh-oh, Hera's gonna get another kill here. Is he gonna chase? No, he backs away. So the town center does manage to deflate that scout's ego. We'll keep an eye on the front of Vivi's base to see if anything happens, but the main attack is occurring here in the front of Hera's, again, gummy drop shaped base. Although to be fair, this is not exactly a non-gummy shaped base either. Vivi needs to really wall off the rear because both sides are open. Okay, one is getting closed up. Ooh, skirmishers are chasing the spearmen. If they can close in, they will kill them, but it looks like the scout. Will Hera be able to target the weaker one? Maybe, maybe not. Okay, 1 skirmisher down, 2 skirmishers down, a 3rd will perish as well, but Hera loses an archer for it. Not exactly a fantastic trade. Archers do cost gold. You're not exactly a discounted civilization here. At the same time, Hera does manage to get another kill, so no entry for you, he says, to the south of his base. Hera is managing to bankroll a good amount of food. We had a decent amount of gold right up until the moment he started training 2 more archers. That's 90 more gold that he's spending on his military expenditure, his military budget. Did he wall off the north here? No, he still hasn't walled off this forest. I don't think it extends to the edge. To the edge of the world, pardon me. Okay, spearman does die. To the archers, I'm assuming. Maybe not. Maybe the spearman got the... Well, I've seen whatever happened in picture. So Hera applying a little bit of a light touch, just keeping his opponent busy while he, in 10 chicken nuggets, will be able to go up to the Castle Age. Vivi, for his part, absolutely nowhere close. Hera's score just dropped, though. And so if he's keeping an eye on that, as most pro players do, he should know at the moment that my opponent is going up to the next age. Hera does have a tower somewhere. I see he's got 75 stone. And he's probing. He just wants to distract villagers. He wants to make sure Vivi's game is on point. Will he send archers? Will he let me bust through? Will he send villagers to repair? What will he do? And Vivi is doubling down in Feudal Age with Wheelbarrow right now. Okay, he's got a 6 villager lead because he can keep training villagers, although at the moment he's not training anything. Hera's racked up 28 seconds of TC idle time, getting his butt up to the Castle Age. And now the Spearman, like the Scout, not a terrible amount of line of sight on the Spearman, if you think about it. Oh, but wait a second. Are we going to have our first Mother Nature kill? That Spearman was just kind of walking around, taking a lot of damage. Now the lion's on the high ground. Now the lion's on the low ground. 9 HP. We'll keep an eye on that as well. For now, Castle Age is the name of the game for our Persian. Oh no, oh no, he was doing the treadmill. He was doing the treadmill. And then he was doing the treadmill again. And the lion kills him. Bad kitty, bad kitty. Oh my god, what the hell just happened? What the hell just actually happened? I don't think they have an attack bonus. They're not like boars or elephants or rhinos. What the hell just happened? Hero lion of the game has 2 freaking kills. That must be incredibly sour for our Teuton. Well, to be fair, does manage to force out a tower, which means no town center for you with 0 villagers on stone, at least not at the moment. This is a big army from our Teuton, so Hera using his uptime, quicker uptime, to get up crossbowmen, Bodkin, and absolutely demolishing, or at least trying to demolish this army. The more his crossbowmen move, the more his scouts can close in on the skirmishers. Wacka, wacka, wacka. And why is he moving the spearmen forward? Okay, well, there you go. That's the entirety of the Persian army. 1,000 whatever of the Persian Empire descend upon you no longer. 1 skirmisher will descend upon you. I'm not too sure where that skirmisher even is at the moment. Oh, pardon me, he was right underneath my very nose. So Hera is going to manage to bust into here because there's literally no defense. The question is, will he risk actually pushing in? Busting in and pushing in are 2 different things. Town center full of villagers, 3 of them preemptively. Okay, a couple of farms are being lamed, nothing too crazy. Hera sends his bloodlineless scouts, and basically exactly what you expect to happen when a scout has 45 HP and just rushes in underneath the town center. At this point, any of these villagers can pretty much kill this scout. Hera is basically looking for a weaker villager. If he stumbles upon this villager, for example, here to the south, that is going to be a very at-risk villager. And he knows it. Is he going to go after it? No, okay, pardon me. He found another weaker villager. Okay, but the scout dies, so does the villager. Hera gets his first vill kill of the game. Shoves in a knight, loses. Looks like a crossbowman, but backs away. And a knight with 17 HP can get surrounded by villagers, can take a few skirmisher javelins and then die. Not exactly a lot of HP. Vivi knows that. Vivi attacks. Who got the kill? Was it the villager? No! Lucky skirmisher. All right, the players have backed off of one another. The map has calmed down. Let's see what the heck they are building. We have an internal archery range that Vivi tried to hide. Unfortunately, when the gate went down, the Teutonic barbarians ran in, and Hera has seen not only that one, but has seen the second internal one and has seen all 3, which are now pumping out cavalry archers. Okay, cavalry archers. They're gonna have two bloodlines. Does he have husbandry? No, he does not. Does he have Parthian tactics? No, he does not. Thumb ring? No, he does not. So let's see how much Vivi decides to invest in upgrades. He is ahead, still 3 villagers. I see a blue monk for Hera heading out, trying to gather the relics. I don't know if a monk has already been out and gathered the relic in the center. Probably, yeah, there's. I was gonna say this might be the only spawn where we haven't seen a relic in the center, but that doesn't make any sense. What makes more sense is that Hera, lightning quick as he is, has already managed to get that relic. Skirmishers avoiding knights, crossbowmen avoiding skirmishers, everybody trying to avoid cavalry archers. But without ballistics, they sure are missing. And there's ballistics right as I say that. Husbandry as well. So Vivi is going upgrades. He says, hey, you want to play in Castle Age? Let us play in Castle Age, my friend. Skirmisher dies. Skirmisher dies. One blue, one red. Monk is returning home with a second relic. I see the blue dot right above us returning home probably with a third. Yeah. 2 town centers for Hera, who has 4 villagers on stone. Vivi does have the stone, not the wood for a TC. Has he seen the monk? He has seen the monk, and he's going to go straight for it. He's going to go straight for it. Ballistics completes just in the nick of time. And down goes the holy man carrying the holy relic. Although, to be fair, did return it a good distance. And now it's Vivi's turn to wipe Hera's army off the face of the earth. But unlike Vivi, I don't think I've ever seen Hera in the middle of the game, the beginning or end of the game, whatever time of the game this is, 28 minutes in. I don't think I've ever seen Hera with 0 army count. Might be an incredibly rare occurrence, but I don't think I've ever seen it actually happen. Villager getting off the wood over here. A little bit of a hole in the bucket created in the back of the base. One random knight. Oh my god, he is getting Parthian tactics and thumb ring. Oh my goodness, Vivi. Quality, quality, quality. Forget your McDonald's. I'm going to STK tonight. And he did bust into the base. He did bust into the base. For now, he's picking off skirmishers. Which, fair enough, I guess. You don't really see any response to this except skirmishers. So if you can pick them off, you'll be able to start killing villagers. Although, it's already killed 7 villagers. Might be time to sacrifice these cavalry archers, who in a second are going to have Parthian tactics. 4 pierce armor, 3 melee armor, plus 4 spearman attack bonus in the Castle Age, FYI. Oh, there's a villager here. There's a villager here. He gets found out. He gets killed. Okay, does lose a cav archer to a conversion. Looks like a knight is running amok here in the center of the map. Managed to kill 1, now 2 skirmishers. But Vivi's got an entry point. Vivi's got an exit point, and he's standing on top of the foundations. Hera can't build his palisade. Hera's lost 18 villagers. 19. Things are going very pear-shaped for our Teuton, who did plop down a 3rd town center. But like I said a few games ago, cavalry archers really are a game-setting, pace-setting, battle-dictating unit. The mobility, the ability to attack from close or from a distance just makes this the absolute perfect unit to set the pace of a game. And right now, Vivi is setting the pace of the game. How do I know? Because at the 30-minute mark of the game, this is Hera's line of sight. He doesn't know what the hell is going on. He sees a relic. He's guarding it with a spearman. Good for him. Aside from that, absolutely nothing. He sees a few cavalry archers popping in and out of the ether. He's responding, but he doesn't know where the hell the next attack is going to come from. Will it come from the north? Will it come from the west, the east? He sees the flags on the siege workshop. In the meantime, Vivi, this is his line of sight, and now with the outposts coming, he's going to see a whole lot of his opponent's base. Hera's getting bloodlines and melee cavalry armor as well for those knights. Unfortunately, I mean, the Teutons are known for one thing. Like the Celtic Paladin is known for missing bloodlines. They are known for missing husbandry. And so I don't know here if melee cavalry is the way to go. Although, to be fair, he's getting chain barding armor, he's getting bloodlines, and he's training elite skirmishers. Okay. They are missing bracer, but does that really matter when you're relying more on your 2 attacks? Pardon me, 2 attack bonuses as the skirmishers. Cavalry, archer +2, archer +4. What's a missing bracer here and there between friends? Okay, you don't want to sacrifice too many here. And then inexplicably, our Persian is getting forging. Okay, for his 2 knights. Both players getting a confusing set of upgrades, although Hera now finally training 3 more knights. I love that Vivi has set up shop on the high ground here. Will add 25% more damage to the castle. Villager repair, yeah right, he says, as he plops a castle right in Hera's face. But Hera's not making it cheap. The knights are moving forward. It looks like a few dead villagers already. Skirmishers are shelling away. 2, 3 more dead villagers. And the castle is temporarily denied here. And the skirmishers are moving forward. But the high ground cav archers pretty much roided out as much as they can be. This is the most roided out cavalry archer in the Castle Age, aside from maybe Turkish Sipahi cav archers. Unless I'm missing another unique technology that applies to cavalry archers in the Castle Age. I'm trying to think. Not really, right? With the addition of Parthian tactics, oh man, Castle canceled. Vivi's got 666 stone, the mark of the beast. And the beast is building a castle. You are not the Teutons. You do not have ironclad for your mangonels. So those knights close in. Hera is literally throwing whatever he can. There's not enough room for all of his villagers to shove themselves into here. The castle's only at 60%. He's got a tower, he's got monks, he's got skirmishers, he's got villagers. He had knights. He's training more knights. Whatever the hell our Teuton can throw at this castle construction, it's, oh my god, it's only at 87. Oh, but there are 2, 3 villagers, 4 villagers, 5, 6. Oh yeah, it's going up. Hera, run away. Hera, run away. Hera, run away. Wow. How many Persian villagers died to construct this castle and the castle down here before it? But it is up and more are being brought into the fort. But 15 units inside, -3, 4 cav archers is 12 villagers inside here. Look at the stream of arrows being fired at this tower. At the same time, a knight discovers a move out, discovers a town center here to the south. And even though he's gonna die, he did not die in vain. Oh, there's nowhere for you to run here. You've entered into a choke point against a Teutonic knight that now comes, remember, in Castle Age with a free +1 melee armor boost. Thank you, game developers, for making me able to take a punch in the face. And then in Imperial, if we're lucky enough, I mean, neither player really has the resources, but in Imperial, another +1 melee armor boost. Hera's heading across the map. This is when Vivi really wants to make sure he's safe and secure. Or maybe get out camels. Why the hell not? They chase away the knights. The last thing Hera wants to do right now is throw away units against counter units, against better upgraded units. Although, pardon me, I looked at the wrong side of the map. It is actually Hera who has 2 armor to the 1 armor of his opponent. So his cavalry is actually better upgraded. Somehow a camel manages to get a skirmisher. Not something you see every day with that 6 base attack. They are pretty darn weak. Oh, by the way, not happy with one castle. Vivi has 20 villagers on stone. Where the hell are all these villagers? Are they all down? No, not here. Not here. He must be taking Hera's stone. No, where are these 20 villagers on stone? Oh, they're here to the north. They're taking a neutral patch. Okay. More camels moving forward, basically denying the Teutons knights. Your melee armor is great, but not against bonus damage of +9, and more villagers moving forward. So he's got 96 villagers. And how many of them are moving forward right now? 14 and 12. He's got 26 villagers in the forward position. Another lion? Another hero lion? No, there he is. 2 kills for that lion. That was about as epic a Gaia kill as we could have hoped for. I'm hearing a battering ram as well. Where are you? Okay, you're taking down the towers to the north. And this time Hera just does not have the juice. Doesn't have the units, the momentum, the presence here to take down or stop this castle. So it is definitely going up. But does he care? He's got a castle of his own. But castle v castle. To be fair, Hera's is on the high ground. No player upgrading their castle HP at all. The 3rd tower will fall here. Oh, maybe not. Maybe not. This knight has something to say about that. Let's take a look. -3 melee armor, 11 attack, 14 damage. Does it? It does not. The tower survives. Spearman still guarding the relic like that old crusader at the end of that old Indiana Jones movie. I believe The Last Crusade. And I mean, he's gonna kill the ram, but it does cost him a villager, which is kind of sour. If you're wondering why there's no murder hole circle for Hera, because he is the Teutons. Remember, they get the murder hole upgrade free of charge, gratis. I'm sorry, is this a third castle? He still has 20 villagers on stone. So whoever lives and works in this town center just got pretty much destroyed. The unluckiest villagers in the game. And another castle? You know, there's some people who have like a sexual fetish that they like people sitting on their faces. They like, you know, the feeling of suffocation, like I guess tangentially like Anthony Bourdain almost. Or what was the name of that actor from Kung Fu? David Carradine, who liked the autoerotic asphyxiation. Not something you expected to hear talked about in the Age of Empires cast. But there are people who have that kind of desire to be sat on and have their face kind of strangled by a big juicy caboose. And I feel that is exactly what Vivi is doing here. I don't know if Hera asked for it, but Vivi is doing exactly that. He's got 4 castles in the forward position. Hera is lashing out, though. Unfortunately for him, a lot of his army is taking on camels and dying. At the same time, Vivi looks like he tried to run into here, lost a whole bunch of units for a few or even just one villager. But this is an ass on the face if I've ever seen one. A whole bunch of castles being shoved in. Oh, and by the way, Vivi's not done. He still has 27 villagers on stone. Still has this stone. Okay, he's mining his secondary right now. Oh yeah, there it is. Oh yeah. You are not going to be able to breathe in a second, Hera, because you are just going to be absolutely surrounded by castles. Now, unless I'm mistaken, the Persians have all of the relevant upgrades. Not that Vivi is investing in them at the moment. Just now getting handcard. Hera is 8 seconds away from Imperial, which means he's going to be able to pump out Trebs. So what will be quicker here? Vivi's castle expansion or Hera's castle destroying contraction with his trebuchets? Chemistry. Why is he getting chemistry right now? Okay, well, for the second time, the villagers run into a wall of skirmishers. So let's see what's going on around the map. We've got a knight attacking and killing villagers here. Looks like he got 2 before he managed to get an eye on him. Killed 2 more. Will he get a third? Nah, they're going to be able to run into the TC. To the north, a Treb is about to pop out. Villagers are chasing this ram. Ooh, bad move, bears. For you, now you're kind of just stranded here. And to the center of the map, cavalry archers continuing their dance with the skirmishers as they try. Okay, knights. As well as they try to dodge skirmisher fire. Oh, Hera no longer has control of relics. Looks like he did manage to bring the relic with the spearmen guarding it all the way over here before getting killed. Another castle. 2 Trebs are out. Where is the second? Okay, just popped out of the castle. A third one is being trained as well. So again, what will stop here? What will win out? Will it be the unstoppable movement force of Vivi's castle expansion, or will it be the unmovable object? Am I getting that right? Of Hera's trebuchet wall with 3 Trebs. Now he's gonna have to deal eventually with this ram. Yeah, there we go. And Vivi is 2 minutes away from Imperial. Ooh. Okay, not the castle I expected. This is not a I'm sitting on your face castle. This is not an I'm sitting on your face castle. This is a cool castle, though. Don't get me wrong, denying the TC, denying the gold. But this is not exactly a high pressure Civ destroying castle. More like Civ laming castle. I'm gonna kill you by denying you gold castle. TC's gonna be able to gun down this knight. They are not great against town centers at the best of times. Forget about having the ability of garrisoning 25 villas. So both northern castles are down. But what will Hera do once Vivi actually hits the Imperial Age in 50 seconds and starts going Cavalier, Savar, Trebs of his own? He's training a single Mangonel as well. Okay, he's chasing villagers as our red Persian. For now, Hera is down almost 40 villagers. He's running away with his Trebs. Vivi perfectly played here, putting on the pressure on Hera's army, so Hera has no choice but to move his Trebs back. He can't risk losing them. Look at him on the minimap. He has been backed into a corner. The last thing he wants to do is lose 600 wood, 600 gold. Vivi hits Imperial. Immediately 2 Trebs, immediately GG. Wow. Well, Immediately hits Imperial, immediately GG, and an immediate pancake right at the end of the game. I didn't realize they do like a sassy little head turn when they die. So dramatic, the skirmishers. And this is exactly why Hera didn't want to bring his trebs into the forward position until he secured this area, because now you're just like Vivi's going to lose this mangonel. He would have definitely lost the trebs, or at least one treb. They're not exactly super duper slow. They're pretty slow, but they're not super duper slow. Holy moly, well, at least faster than mangonel, except maybe a Mongol mangonel. But villager, oh my goodness, villager kills to the south galore. Army lost primarily in the center here. He's got basically 2 knights left. Your opponent's hit the same and final age as you, ahead almost 50 villagers. Hera hasn't even seen this. No, he has seen the construction of the castle, and this is what he sees right now. This is his vision. And everywhere he looks, castle here, 2 castles, castle. I mean, you know what the next play is, right? For Vivi is just war elephants. At which point Hera has absolutely nothing to stop the tide. Does he even have a single monastery? He does have a single monastery. Does he have a single gold miner? No, he does not. Well, he kind of secured the forward position here, but you know that's not going to last very long. So either elephants, or more realistically, with all of these, I guess 6 is not that high, but yeah, all of these stables, maybe a Cavalier or Savar, whereas Hera, he doesn't even have the resources to get Cavalier. If he was the Burgundians like we saw the Viper yesterday, maybe, but definitely not as the Teutons. And wow, Vivi with the cavalry archer. Like I said, they dictate the pace of the game, which is no wonder why the pro players love to go cavalry archers. It's been such a huge part of the meta, but more importantly, I am incredibly curious to see how much stone our Persian mined this game. Cav archers, there you go. So Hera went defensive with the skirmishers, and to be fair, he did do a good job defending to the south. He killed a bunch of them. Here he killed a bunch of them before the castle came up. Here he killed a bunch of them until they got pancaked. He was defending all over the place, but skirmishers are not dictating units. They are responsive units. And so they are basically just bouncing like a ping pong between one part of the base to another, hoping that they arrive in time to stop this from happening. Look at 1, 2, 3, 4. My goodness, 5. I guess 2 skirmishers here. Looks like 6, 7, 8. I mean 9. I don't even know if I've counted double or not, but it doesn't really matter. Wow, this is exactly why the skirmisher is not that great unless you just play super duper defense, and that's what Hera was doing. But when you do super duper defense and you let go of the entire map, this is what happens. Mining camp goes down here. Mining camp goes down here. Spearman does discover the house, but to be fair, if the villager wanted to, she could kick his ass. He's only got 5 HP. But the real MVP of the game, oh no, the lion died. Well, there you go. Maybe it attacked them. Maybe it killed a 3rd unit. If it did, we'll have seen it in picture. But archer to archer, knight to knight, skirmisher to crossbowman. So pretty much similar builds. Skirmisher, crossbowman, cav archer, knight. Peak APM, of course, for Hera between 200 to 300 towards the end of the game. For Vivi in the middle of the game. And let's see how much stone. Oh my goodness. Literally 3 times the stone. 3 times the stone. And forget about the economy being just 20% bigger. At the end of the day, Hera ends the game with 0 relics, but held on to 3 for so long. He did manage to get 1,500 gold. Even with that gold, did not manage to even put a dent into his competitor. And look at that. The only metric Hera is ahead in his food, and even that's less than 200 difference. Wow. Sorakuma. I was thinking about yesterday's game. My apology, Vivi. Even a little bit ahead, and so a little bit here, a little bit there, except for the gold and the stone. Wow. Well, there you go. Precious resources going to our Persian. 4 conversions to 1, 13 raisings to 7. Not exactly that kind of game. More a game by, I guess I could have just went strangulation. I don't know why my mind went to a booty sitting on a face. I don't know. Don't ask me why my brain does things. I could have just as easily said a choke, a garroting, some kind of strangulation here. I could have referenced Oh, what was the name of the annoying guy from Goodfellas who wanted his money from Robert De Niro? The wig salesman, Lenny? What was his name? He got strangled in the front seat there because he just wouldn't stop asking Robert De Niro for his money back. In any event, wow. Vivi setting the pace of the game non-stop. There was a moment when Hera's army did destroy his entire army. There was a moment when Hera busted in here with the crossbowmen and the knight and those scouts. He did see the two archery ranges to the back in addition to the third, so he knew what was coming. But unfortunately, again, the Persians, the Teutons, just notoriously missing husbandry makes them not that great at responding to faster units. And so maybe the answer here for our Teutons should have been more castles, because 13 range crenellation castles will definitely zone out cavalry archers. There's nothing a cavalry archer can do against a 13 range crenellations castle. And even the bombard cannon, especially without siege engineers, even the bombard cannon cannot safely touch a 13 range castle because theirs is just a 12 range. For now, Hera upgrading his castle as much as he could range and attack wise, but unfortunately no crenellations means that any bombard cannon, not that we saw when that popped out, would be able to take down that castle. So maybe that static defense was the way to go. But in any event, doesn't really matter. Vivi crushing through the Teuton army. And again, just whether he wanted to or not, sitting on Hera's face proverbially, of course, not in real life. And in the game, of course, not in real life. And with that face sitting, it is Vivi who takes the W. But GG to both players. Did you enjoy this video? Check out these other clips and make sure to subscribe and enable notifications so that you're notified of my latest uploads.